Hello, future network administrators. This is Wellhater doing yet another packet tracer. This one is the Skills Integration Challenge for Chapter 1. Basically a review of all the stuff you learned back in Networking 2. So this is actually Networking 3, so welcome to Networking 3, Skills Integration Challenge. Here we go. Now this is actually a pretty much, I think, a cookie cutter copy of what we did in, I can't remember if it's chapter 9 or chapter 10 of Net 2. So this should look really familiar to you because I think it's the exact same thing we did before. We're going to be opening up admin switch and let's go through and start configuring this bugger. Configure remote management access including IP addressing and SSH. So straight off the bat, let's do our default router gateway. And since this is going to be VLAN 60, our default is going to be that guy on VLAN 60 for the router. That is going to be 10, 10, 10, 145. Enter. Okay. Let's do interface VLAN 60 and give ourselves that address right there. It's going to be 10.10.10.146. 255, 255, 255, and then on VLAN 60 it's going to be a /28, which is 240. 240. Enter. No shutdown, just in case it is. Alright, what's next? IP domain name. Come on, baby. Name. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I'm still in that. Exit. Shows how smart I am. It's going to be cisco.com. Enable secret is going to be Cisco NPass. Cisco NPass. Did I get that spelled right? Yes. Next is going to be username. Admin. Password is to be let me in. Enter. Crypto key generate RSA 1024. IP SSH version 2 IP, and we want to limit it to 2 authentication requests. 2. Timeout is going to be, what are there, 60 seconds? All right. Plain text passwords should be encrypted. Well, before we go any further, and we're still thinking about SSH, let's do this, where we're going to line VTY 0 to 15. And it's going to be a transport input, and we're only going to let SSH come into these ports. Enter. Next, we're going to use the local login local command to use that username across those ports. All right, let's get out of that. I lost my place. Plain text password should be encrypted. Service password encryption. Configure name and assign VLANs. That table is right up there on the top. VLAN 15. Name. Servers. VLAN 30. PCs. VLAN 45. Native. 60. Name. Management. Ugh, I have such a hard time. My fingers just don't want to do that. They don't want to be managed. Okay, let's get out of that. What else does they want us to do? Name and assign VLANs. Oh, ports should be net. Okay, they want us to put those ports on, or those VLANs to the ports. Let's give it an interface range command. We'll do a whole bunch of ports all at once, so we save ourselves some time. 11 through 20. They're going to be switch port, mode, access. They are also going to be switch port, access. Assign them to VLAN 15. Next, let's go over to 1 through 10. Access, and that's on VLAN 30. 1, 2, 3. G01. It's going to be our trunk. That's going to be on our native VLAN 45. I think we're good there. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good now. What does this say? Ports should be manually configured as access ports. Configure trunking. Did that. Implement port security on port number 1. Port security. Max amount of MAC addresses allowed is 2. MAC addresses should be sticky because they're going to be learned automatically. And if a violation occurs, it should not be shut down. The port shouldn't be, but the syslog message should be captured if a violation occurs. Okay, so that is restrict. Disable all other unused ports. Range, what would that be? 21. We did 1 through 20. So 21 through 24, comma G02, because we didn't use him either. Shut down. All right, we're done here. Let's open up our router. Configure inter-VLAN routing. What does that mean? It means address the sub interfaces on. We're doing router on a stick is what that is. So interface G0 015 15. Encapsulation mode is the .15. IP address is 10.10.10. 161. 224 for the subnet mask. Enter. Triple up arrow. 30. 1, 2, 3. 30. 1, 2, 3. All right. 192 is the subnet mask there, and the IP address is a 90 and a 3. 45. Now this is our native VLAN, so we got to make sure we give the native command in our encapsulation mode. It's a 240 for the subnet mask and a 129. Uh-oh, don't forget the period. 60. That's also a 240 and a 145, not a 29. Okay, that one's done. Let's give our no shutdown commands. Get those guys up and rolling. Configure DHCP service for VLAN 30. All right. The very first thing that we should do is exclude the router's address. That would be that guy right there. I ran into trouble when I didn't do that before. Once upon a time. DHCP. It's going to be a pool. And I believe it's LAN. Am I right? How many times do you guys think I've done this one? Ugh, these videos are not easy. Default router is right here. I'm just going to cheat and copy paste. Network is, imagine it's a 10.10.10. 192 for the network. That's a /26, which makes it a 192. Yeah, 192. Excuse me. All right, we're done there. Let's make sure this thing works before we go any further. Ta-da! We did it! We did it! Next, we're going to do router rip command. Router rip version 2. Configure one network statement. 0. Okay. Disable interfaces that should not send RIP version 2 messages. Now, who needs to get these messages? The other routers. Who shouldn't? These guys don't need to know that, and the internet doesn't need to know about its updates. So we're going to disable this port and all the sub interfaces on that port right there. S10. That's that one right there. Next, we're going to do G0015. 30, 45, and 60. Yes, and even 60. Configure a default route to the internet. Well, if you're going to do that, and you want to share that information, you have to do a default information originate. I don't know if I have to do that or not. I don't think I'm going to get any points for it, but I think it's a good habit to get into, knowing that you need to do that to share default information. So IP route to the internet, if it has no idea where to send this, it's going to go off to internet land with that exit interface again being that exit interface right there. So we did that. Implement NAT. Configure a standard one statement access control list. All right. Access list standard. It's going to be a 1. All right, now we're in there. We're going to permit all IP addresses belonging to this network should be allowed to cross that threshold. So permit anything that belongs to them. Now we give our wildcard mask in, it's almost a negative image of the numbers associated with the subnet mask. Enter. 10, 10, 10, 0, and a /24, 000 255. Yeah, okay, we got it. Refer to your documentation and configure static NAT for the file server. That's this guy over here, and those are the addresses that we're going to be using. NAT. Oh, got to get out of this. IP NAT inside static source, or source static. I always get that mixed up. The first address we're going to give is the inside private network address, and that's that one right there. The next one is the inside global address. Not, I know it says outside, but it's actually the inside global address, meaning that it's our network, meaning inside, global address, it's globally routable address. 129, 130. Anything else? Nope. Okay, so those are tied together. Configure dynamic NAT with PAT using a pool name of your choice, a /30 mask with these two public addresses. Well, first we need to make our pool. IP NAT pool, I believe. Yep. Let's just do my pool, all caps. The starting address is going to be that 198.133.219.128. Let's do a little copy paste job here, boys. Paste 129. The net mask is going to be a /30. Is that right? /30. So that's a 252. Okay. Now let's tie them together. So IP NAT inside source list is going to be that 1. Where did it go? Somewhere up there. 1. The pool is going to be that one we just did. My pool overload. Cool. We got that figured out. The last thing we're going to do is tell the router which interfaces are inside interfaces that need to be translated to outside interfaces or outside IP addresses, these guys. So to do that, we say interface, and we pick the interfaces. So which ones are inside and which ones are outside? Anything that's pointing at the internet is an outside one. Ta-da! Anything that's pointing in towards your network is inside. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da! Right there. Guess I'm just in a singing mood. So the interfaces are going to be the sub-interfaces. G00.15. And that's IP NAT inside. 30 inside. 45 inside. And even 60. Yes, I know you didn't think it was true. Next, we are doing the S000. If I'm not mistaken. 000. 001. So that's gonna, that's gonna be an inside, and that's gonna be an inside. Next, we have to define what's an outside IP or outside interface, and S010 qualifies for as an outside. Enter. Look at that. We're done. 75 points. We did it. Congratulations. Last thing we want to go through and do is just make sure everything's working properly. So you go through and do your troubleshooting stuff, document what you got wrong, and then figure out how to fix it. If you have any questions or comments, please just put a comment in the comment section below, and subscribe. Coming out with new videos all the time for your benefit, for your knowledge, for your growth. Please subscribe. We'll do one of these real quick, and that's that access for remote PCs. It took me a little bit to remember how to do this. And simply, it's SSH, because remember how we said those VTY lines for the management VLAN 60 had to have SSH do it. So you have to do SSH, the minus sign, the letter L, lowercase, then you have to give your admin username, and then the IP address of the switch. And that was let me in, right? Hey, look at that, we're in. So just go ahead and keep going through, and we'll see you in the next video. Talk to you guys later. Peace.